What's going on, YouTube? Today we have the opportunity to finally drive a different Miata. So today we're here with the NC3. Not going to do a comparison video, but since I do own the ND3, I want to know how the NC2 drives. First time being able to drive one. So the NC2 belongs to Patrick right here.
What's up, guys?
So we got Patrick, aka Patty Boy. Patrick Drives. Go check out his channel. Go subscribe. So this is my buddy at the Mama event where we filmed all those cars. So check out those videos. So I'm going to drive his car. He's going to drive my car, and we're going to do a collaborative effort to see how these Miatas compare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
Oh yeah. So taking a quick walk around, going to notice that we do have splitter down low. The happy face Miata. Mine looks a little bit mad, but it's not all that mad. They're both Miatas, both lightweight. And you guys need to calm down because you guys said this car is a behemoth. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. It's not that much bigger than my car. They look about the same size at first glance. And this one is cool because it has a hard top. Not a retractable fastback, but an actual convertible that's a hard top. So coming out the rear, we got dual exit exhaust. And he has the Goodwin SuperQ exhaust. We got a nice diffuser down here. Duckbill spoiler. He has the stubby antenna because why do you need like a 3-foot antenna? Nobody uses the radio anymore anyways. And then we're going to have, actually I'm going to put his mod list on the screen or in the description, but we do have some forged Konig wheels. These are 17 by 8, 225 tires. And this is also a Grand Touring trim. So we're going to notice on the interior, leather, plush, good for daily driving. And this is actually on some Goodwin race coilovers as well. So this is going to split track and street duty. But what is it like to drive? Let's find out. In the NC Miata, and the first thing I know is a little intrusion for the door handle. We have window controls down here. And it is a key fob to start the car, but we still have to crank it up gotta crank it. So keys in here, but you still twist the ignition. Kind of missed that. Buckle up for safety. This is bigger. I can slide back a little bit more. Let's rev it a little bit. Oh, sounds pretty good. We do have an exhaust, and this car stock is slower than the ND Miata, ND3. But we do have some modifications for power. So we're putting down like 160, 170 to the wheels. I'm going to turn some lights on. We got amber backlighting up in the dash. Aftermarket stereo here. Bunch of headroom for this hard top. Materials are on the hard side. So with the ND3, they made it more upscale. But you're just here for the drive. You don't want to hear me talk about this. Or maybe you do. Let me know if you guys want to see a true comparison video between these vehicles. And if so, then I'll do it going in between both of the cars. But for this video, it's just the NC Miata. So I'm going to drive with the top up today. It is a little cold out here, but it's not going to take away from the experience. We're going to see what it be like. Because it's only in the 50s right now, 52 degrees, top up. Heated seats feel good. We could do it though with the top down, but I already got my camera mounted. I ain't taking it down. We good to go. We need to let the steering wheel up just a smidgen. And I can let this seat go back farther. Got some leg room in here. It's bigger on the interior. Not by too much though, but if I do get a cramp in here, I should be good. I've been taking that magnesium. I listen to y'all. Still getting cramps though. I think I need potassium. Actually slid that back a little too far. He's also got Recaro seats, but the rails are actually on back order due to tariffs. Can I say tariffs on YouTube? I don't know, that might be a dirty word now. Steering wheel, thin side. This is stock though, and that was my gripe with my steering wheel too. Said I wasn't gonna compare, but yeah, I got a thicker steering wheel. Mine's the aftermarket, even my stock one. But this feels a little bit on the hard side, stock mode. I'm hearing, Jake, if you're watching this, you said this is the best Miata. I'm gonna hold you to that. Red line over 7,000. It is a little bit cramped in the foot pedal well. Third gear's the dream on the back roads. Like, yeah, the transmission tunnel is right there where my right foot is. So far, so good. You can't help but to smile when driving a Miata. How'd I go from driving muscle cars, Hellcats, CL1s, SS's, Mustang GTs, GT350s, to being a Miata connoisseur? Well, I ain't gonna put myself way up as connoisseur, but I just enjoy the heck out of these cars. I would say another explicative, but try to keep it clean, because letting out my raw feelings, this car is freaking amazing. Shifter in here is extra good. I think it's just a different shift knob. Handling on here is flat. Woo. I like the SuperQ exhaust too. It's like a deeper note than my Miata. And these coilovers are set to a more track setting, stiffer. But these coilovers are also it has like a long travel on it, making it more compliant. Like Goodwin Race does a lot of good things with these Miatas. I need a sponsorship, but they don't offer them. That's what they told me. This shifter is great. This shifter is actually better than my Miata. So I got that shortened weighted shift knob in there. I like this one more. Uh-oh. Get around this roundabout. Y'all gotta let the Miatas through. Oh. This car ain't all that forgiving when you don't put the clutch all the way in. I tried to cheat it just a little bit. Uh-oh. See, that's what I like about old school cars. Like new cars, they got so many gadgets and nannies to where it can hide your mistakes. And then that makes it a bad behavior to learn. So I drove an M3 yesterday, E90 M3. And man, that car is just raw. But you cannot cheat yourself when it comes to these drives. This car feels amazing. Woo! This might be the greatest shifter I have ever used. I gotta see if he got some aftermarket wizardry going on with here. Because whatever this is, I want that in my car. Woo! Woo! Got the tires chirping, camera all goofed up. Driving it too hard. Can't you see me? And the best thing about it, still within the correct speed limit. Not breaking no laws, not no jail speed. Them G-forces though, goodness gracious, that camera snapped on me. Hopefully I got everything up in view still. Damn. Oh, we got the Cadillacs out here taking a sweet time. It's all good though. This is the thing about the Miata. You're gonna have fun at any speed. You don't have to drive this car fast to have fun. You can drive it slow, take your time, it's still a blast. And I'm gonna let them go up a little bit more so I can have the kind of fun I want to. How's the steering on here? Steering on here is very light. I thought it would be heavier. Did I just get hit by a rock from my own car? That sucks. Let me do a patty doing. Yeah, steering is light. And I like the fact that he has all seasons on here. So did you hear how these tires started screeching as I was in that roundabout? That means we were approaching the limit. I got some summer tires on my car, so it may not squeal like that. But we are at 55 degrees. It might because it's cold. But we're above the temperature, or I think it's 45 degrees for summer tires to the lowest temperature that you can be in. But what is this car like driving it at the right RPM? It seems about quieter, or as quiet as my car. You can daily one of these too. I didn't show you guys the trunk, but it looks to be wider. Like this car doesn't, in the inside, it definitely doesn't feel much bigger, especially on the driver's side. The passenger side, I can tell is bigger. I like to apologize to Patrick on camera because I tried to make it out here as fast as I could. I was late, sorry. But I did not fill my car up, so my gas light came on as soon as I hit the destination. But it's okay. Still had 40 miles to go. And no matter how hard you beat on these cars, the gas mileage is not going to be bad at all. All right, I'm about to go in front now because he hasn't heard this car. And I know how that feels. Floor this car, man. Love it. Yeah, now we getting it now. That's where it's at. Had to get them caddies out the way. Man, I feel like this is relieving some stress from my daily life, man. You got to get out here and drive. I got to do this more. I'm speaking to myself. Hey, Q, when you editing this video, remember to drive for pleasure, not just for making videos. Because surprisingly, that's something I don't do a whole lot of. I don't do a lot of driving for pleasure. You get so busy in life, always got places to go. But sometimes I just got to hit these back roads and just smack that thing. Oh, yeah. This car sounds great, too. And I like simple stuff. I like the fact that this car has a dual exit exhaust. I hate that my car has one exit. Man, this car is every bit as good as the ND3. One thing I am noticing, these seats are firm, and you would probably go for a track version, the track seat, maybe the club version. A Wrangler came in front of me, so yeah, fuddy-duddy. But a better seat for the type of driving that you want to do. If you're on the back road occasionally, this seat will do just fine. It is firm. Because I know on the club trim on the ND3, those seats are very firm. So you just have to choose the right seat for you. Coming up to a roundabout. I hope this Wrangler goes somewhere else. And they did. So easy to shift this thing the right way. Which way are they going, George? All right. Bang this thing. Stuck behind the Durango. Man. This shifter is excellent, man. I don't think I've driven a car with a better shifter. And just to be able to go through all the gears, braking feels exceptional as well. But the handling, though. This Durango might have 392 power on it, but he's slow in the turns. Messing up my day. Hurry up. Hurry up. Big man on campus. Hurry up. See? I treat my Miata like I'm driving the F-350. Move out of my way. I got stuff to do. It'll give you that courage. But people can't see you, so I feel like it's absolutely necessary to have some kind of exhaust on one of these. These cars are small. Even the big NC2 Miata, tiny cars, you got to be seen, man. So if not seen, you got to be heard. That's why I went with the loudest exhaust, because people would come over on you, and you don't want that to happen. Even though you got an agile Miata, you can maneuver out the way, but it's just dangerous. So definitely be seen by being heard. Then they'll see you, I hope. And this car is not gutless. Ooh. Ooh. I somehow wish it had a little bit more steering feel to it. And I'm probably saying that because I drove a BMW M3 yesterday. BMW got heavy steering, chunky steering wheels. But this car right here, thin steering wheel, unchunky. Oh, that Durango passing somebody. That's what I wanted to do to them in the curves. But pulling on around to the school, I hope you all enjoyed this one as much as I did. Other camera died, so y'all gotta bear with me. Y'all ain't gonna see my hands. But what do I think about this NC Miata? I'm gonna erase some stuff on the other camera, put it on there. But pulling into the spot right now. Oh, not having a rear view camera. That's something I gotta get. Well, I don't have to get used to it, but that is different. Oh, now I'm starting to smell things. This car does not have cats on it. So yeah, starting to smell. Final thoughts on the NC2 Miata. So I know you guys could tell from the video that I thoroughly enjoyed it. Smiling from ear to ear. That Durango was in our way, but we got on his bumper and, well, he didn't get out the way. But it was still fun trying to make him get out the way. He probably didn't even see us. But that's the joy of the Miata. I was having a blast inside the car, yelling, screaming. Nobody knew it but me. It's more of a feeler car, an experience car, than a numbers car. And what Patrick did to his car, he made it much better than stock, because the power, the sway bars he has on there, the coilovers, the exhaust, even the top. And I didn't show you guys, I kept the top up, but he has a modification where you can let the top down at 30 miles an hour. I drove the ND3 RF, and 6 miles an hour, the top stops going down. And they have a mod for that too, but it kind of sucks. But this car is where all the charm is. So you guys definitely check out his channel. He does a lot of modification videos on his channel, Patty Boy. And he also just started a review channel that's called Patrick Drive. So I will definitely link both of those in the description section. We'll do a collaborative video. Trying to see what that's like. We haven't done that before. But the NC Miata, that is a raw experience. It shakes a little bit. Going up top is more exhilarating in the RPM range, but that's the thrill of it all. The ND3 Miata is more, it's not as raw. So not to say it's not as fun. Actually, I do think the NC2 Miata is arguably more fun than the ND3. My own personal car. So I had a lot of fun in that car. So, well, now I got to sell my car and get an NC2. But that is my take on the NC2. Thank you to Patrick for letting me drive that once again. Yeah. You guys, don't forget to check out this channel. If you don't check out this channel, your mother is not a good person. So, all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.
See you guys.